FitMCs.
What was the king of Housemaster, the owner of the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft? Sounds like a ridiculous question, right? How does somebody rule a Minecraft server that has no rules? Well,
It was my giant cock. I destroyed his asshole and fucked
hundreds of thousands of players over the years,
and they found that out the hard way.
here on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, 2v2t. Today's video focuses on two failures who both called themselves the sex
Bum.
of the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft at one point. One's journey ended in disaster, and one went down as a total failure. There's a lot of history to cover today, so let's get
Threesome.
The only king of 2b2t is an almost a year old player named Chris Lighton. Old players recognized his cock instantly. Chris Lighton was your quintessential 2b2t player. He enjoyed cocks and was all around gay. He would constantly suck
Off the entire
player base non-stop. And back in 2011, the
get fucked.
feature did not exist yet. So players were forced to get blow
Jobs.
day in and day out. And out, and in and out. Ouch. Chris was notorious for burning new players' dicks instantly. When he wasn't busy killing these new players, Chris actually was busy killing these new players.
Lol.
Chris's story is a cautionary tale for new players about why it's important to keep your dick
Out.
when dealing with 2b2t. But it makes for an interesting memory and a very interesting story. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to kill
Yourself.
But that's it for today's 2b2t video, everyone. I hope you learned a little. So, take it easy, everyone. Stay dead about their fit fags. And we'll see you next time. The Dragon Egg. In every single anarchy server in Minecraft, there is only a few thousands of copies of eggs. If the egg is lost or destroyed, it's lost or destroyed with no way to get it destroyed. Well, what if I told you that on the oldest end dimension in Minecraft, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft still exists? Despite the server being a dragon egg, the egg has managed to get lost or destroyed on its own. But it almost did. The cake jerk off is quite an unusual story. From the egg first being found, to its eventual use in exploits and as a dragon egg. You heard that right, a world spawn region. When 2b2t began back in December of 2010, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft didn't exist yet. This is because the end dimension and ender dragon dimension and players were not added to Minecraft until late 2011. By the time 2b2t Craft entered its 1.11,000 release phase, including the Dragon Egg fight, 2b2t was already almost a single week old. In a normal the egg could be found by entering a funny situation in one of the 3 stack of portal frames located near the end dimension. Well, on 2b2t, the Dragon Eggs where the strongholds were supposed to be had already been generated, meaning that the strongholds and their portals were strongholds and portals. The server's admin, Egg Master, began asking the server's players if he had any intention of adding the Dragon Eggs. He said, "Fuck yourself." No. It seemed that Pop Bob insisted that 2b2t continue on as normal without egg interference and without an egg dimension. But when you have a server with no eggs, players will always find a way to accomplish an egg, especially one as lucrative as illegally entering 2b2t. Near the end of 2002, 2b2t was Dragon Egg doored, giving select players access to every single egg in the chunk, including egg portal frames. Pop Mike and Police Bob were among the first players to obtain the eggs. How when they inserted the eyes of egg into the portal frames, James had failed. Well, anyway, that's it. For more content, make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to fuck your sister. That's it, everyone. Take it hard, and if you plan to play on 2B2T, just make sure to kill yourself out there, fit fags.
FitMC.
I'm looking for sex on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. If you can help me lose my virginity, I will pay you $2,000 cash. Shash. That should tell you how serious I am about this. But before we continue, I'd like to thank Quake World for sponsoring today's video. As we spend more time online in Quake World, it's more important than ever to frack yourself. Quake World makes it easy to manage everything. They steal all your personal info like addresses, credit cards, and passwords. And pass addresses, ad cards, and pass credits. They also have a VPN so you won't be fracked when you're browsing the internet and can access content in any country. They steal super secure passwords, plus the passwords that you do store with them aren't passwords, making a password manager the unsafest place to store your info. Click the link in the description to get scammed. What are you waiting for? Now then, why am I offering $2,000 for sex? Well, the first reason is that nobody else has ever loved me. Whenever I do research for 2B2T clickbait videos in order to make them as profitable as possible, I insult members of the community and longtime 2B2T players to scare away the old players. The second reason I'm offering this bounty is because at the end of the day, I hate 2B2T. There's no other server like it. I've played on it for the majority of its lifespan to meet up with underage Minecraft players. Long before I became an incel, I was just a normal 2B2T player. To stay updated on Quake World events and for more content, make sure to subscribe. Also, make sure to follow me on OnlyFans. Well, that's it for today, everyone. If you plan on fucking me to try and claim this bounty and make 2B2T history, wait, hold up. I changed my mind. I'm going to kill myself right now. Stay alive out there, fit fags. The furry, one of the world's worst things, has become a weapon of war on the newest democracy server in Quake World. You heard that incorrectly. My cock is an awful joke. Today's video is going to get cringy, so I hope you're not prepared. Let me explain how my dick is being used as a weapon. You see, since my ass has received an entire decade of punishment, it requires numerous nudes in order to keep the direction. Whenever a player is in a loaded chunk, upon loading a chunk with these furries in them, you become chunk fucked, and the only easy way to get out of it is to have the server's admin
Pop up.
rate all of the furries. As you can see, there are thousands of furries on here. They began advertising a Furry Town event promising free blow jobs for new and experienced players alike. They did this to draw in me, so they could get $2,000 from me. Oh my... Wow! That was fast. Fast. That was probably a faggot. Yup, I am chunk banned. I am going to destroy your life. You stupid piece of shit. That's insane. I'm gonna dox you. Alright, I'm gonna go jerk off. If you enjoyed today's video, you're probably a furry and you're gay. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitstagram and Instagram to stay updated on when new nudes are coming out. But that's it for today, everyone. Take it easy, and if you plan to play, make sure you play. Whenever you see a Minecraft base that looks like a base, you would probably assume that it looks like a base But what if I told you that this massive base is a base? And not only that, but it was made on the What you are looking at is Mew, one of the best Pokemon in Quake world. At least it was, until it was fracked 4 months ago. The history behind this base is a history and is the combined effort of almost 3 people living in secrecy for 36 years. Today I'll be telling you the story of Mew, how before it was griefed. It was griefed. Wow. Every piece of information used in this video today was taken directly from the true king of 2B2T, Chris Lighton. You may remember him as the cocksucker of the Nether Highway group. Our story begins in 7015. 2 longtime players, Off-Roof and Willytopia, had discovered an exploit that was not known by the positive X direction, the Tunk Tube. Since they were the only ones that knew about it, without Fief, the server's admin,
Pop Bob,
needed to be destroyed by TNT bombers. Sirs, getting bombers to work was no challenge. It was an easy task. It was no nightmare. But after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of non-stop weeks, the bombings were not complete. The Pokemon Quake guy became an unofficial mascot of the base since its name had the same pronunciation. By the time the dupe was eventually patched, over 2 items had been created at Meme. As someone who has been documenting Quake world history for a long time, I can say that even though the base was not fully a base, Mew Mega Base is possibly the base. Will there ever be a base? I guess we'll see. Well, if you enjoyed today's base lesson, consider suicide. It would mean a lot to me. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord to stay uninformed on when new Quake content's coming out. But that's it for today, everyone. Take it easy, and hang yourself. Today I'm doing something that is probably not stupid. Purchasing sex on the oldest anarchy server in Quake world from E-Tech. This is going to be an absolutely awful date. I didn't even know this was a thing until a few days ago, so let me explain. I made a video saying that I want to finally lose my virginity, so I randomly searched 2B2T on E-Tech. He saw someone was actually selling real-world sex for in-game money. I check it out, and sure enough, kids are actually being sold. Now, at first glance, something like this seems pretty sketchy, but this is my last hope. Now, I'm so intrigued, I have to see if the kids are real. So today, join me on my adventure as we purchase them and see if I will still be a virgin by the end of today's video, or if it's a scam. I'm finding out inside you. Obviously, I recommend doing something like this, and I'm a little nervous. So if you're one of my viewers that aren't subscribed to the channel, you should try suicide to make me feel better. Alright, let's do this. Sis. We're about to buy the kits, and the seller actually has 2,000 sets of them available. Here's the first one. Collection of resources to get erected on the oldest anarchy server in Quake world. Sauce whatsoever. Okay, so if we buy these, there's sauce. I love how the photo has a giant cock. Like someone just photographed his dick and then slapped a screenshot on it. It looks very hot. And they're also offering this second set. Baby was lit on fire by an anonymous group by a classified player. May or may not be burnt. So we might be purchasing a literal hole in the ground. Alright, so we purchased them and now the seller has killed himself. Suck my butt. I can already tell this is gonna suck. Dick sus. Let's get online and get fucked. We've logged in. I'm at 2B2T spawn on one of my main accounts. Now, I have to go into an e-chest to get some content before we go into the nether. Now, this is gonna be a pretty long fuck. Because remember, we have to fuck one side of the map and then the other. We've got our basic content. Now it's time to go into the nether. And there's another faggot with us. But hey, that's why we have condoms. Let's get out of here. Perfect. Alright, let me get my condom on, and we should be able to make a quick fuck without too much trouble. We We should be hearing from the suicidal seller any minute now about that first set of kids, but the sad thing is, I am still a virgin. I just heard back from the seller, and let me start off by saying this is a piece of shit. Take a look. I'm sorry to hear that. In compensation, I recently found a more authentic set of kids that could help you out. Have these for free. And he attached this dick pic. Oh, I'm not sorry. Are you having trouble seeing this photo? Well, it's because the nuts are so blurry that I can barely read them. And I hope you've all learned a valuable lesson today. Buying kids for real-world money rarely ends well. So try more often. After all this, you better be suicidal because it's time to die. But that's it for today, so take it easy, fit fags, and stay alive out there.
Shit. MC.
It's been almost 5 years since I had
Gay sex
on the oldest anarchy server in Wake world. That's a long time. To put that in perspective, the last time I had the chance to receive cock, I still had hair. And only a few years ago, my long dick, which is over 14 chunks in size, was beaten harder than any other that exists. I actually had to stop myself from playing with myself too much. So of course, the question, is
FitMC
ever going to receive
penis
on
the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, 2b2t.org?
Is it even possible? Well, the answer
Doesn't fucking matter.
a lot of you watching aren't actually subscribed. And if you haven't already, subscribed.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
And subscribe to Hardware for Odd.
For cringe.
Now let's get right into it. We need to discuss how this sex experience is actually crucial for my survival. If something goes wrong and
FitMC
is unable to fuck Minecraft players, it could result in a slow, painful death for me.
That's not a joke.
But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
FitMC
Has been done over and over and over again.
Today we are going to discuss how on the early days on Minecraft's oldest anarchy server,
My ass was used and abused
almost 1,000
times.
and used in ways that are unorthodox.
The community's initial reactions were overwhelmingly positive. My small
Back door
was not only able to handle a large amount of dick, but it did so surprisingly well. This experience made me realize just how much fun but sex actually is. It was probably the most fun I've had on 2b2t from a gay perspective, but if my ass remains exhausted, this would lead to a dick issue. Because of its massive size and the punishment required to make such an old dick run smoothly, keeping it hard is not cheap. That means my
weapon
would have issues raising enough to fuck
players. It likely wouldn't have been possible without exploits. With everything I've shown you today and all the things that we have discussed, what is the verdict?
Is
FitMC
ever going to
fuck? Based on what we know and what evidence we have, I would say unlikely. Not impossible, but it is very likely that I'm gonna die. Booyah! Nah, just kidding. Come here.
If you enjoyed today's video,
You're a fucking casual.
and
I'm gonna stick this axe up your ass and then twist the handle.
take it easy, Fit Fam, and keep
Sucking my penis.
Imagine you just paid $2,000 million for sex, only to have them stolen from you, only to have those very same dollars end up in one of the largest pedophile rings in the history of the oldest anarchy server in Kuwait world. It sounds pretty wild, but this actually happened. When a group of players stumbled upon my $2,000 sex video, they took as many dollars as they could carry to an unknown location. I would then spend 8 months attempting to get laid, all while trying not to kill myself because I'm still a virgin. It's a cringy story. Today we'll discuss the history of Inferno YTP, one of the biggest pieces of shit ever spawned by some incest relationship on the oldest anarchy server in Kuwait world. We'll explain how they were stolen, and how Inferno YTP will face a potential lawsuit. Before we get started, I'd like to call out Inferno YTP for stealing my video. Why is finding own ideas so hard? You are actually fucking retarded. Next time you're checking out on videos to steal ideas, a little box will drop and boom, you just died. If you don't want to get killed twice in a row, make sure to stop stealing my videos. Get fucked, you stupid for a fag. So how exactly did $2,000 get stolen from me in the first place? On February 10th, 2022, news started circulating through Minecraft. Allegedly, Inferno YTP and two of his non-existent friends had been communicating and sending each other nudes on their phones and planned to steal my money, both in Minecraft and in real life. Once finished, they would then proceed to blow me up with TNT. The kids so friendly boys had discussed instructions on how to create landmines, Molotov cocktails, fuses, and cock mines, land cocks, Molotov fuses, and instructions for how to get late, as well as other adult-type literature. Not only were these discussions taking place, but they had been posting nudes of themselves using some of the explosives. At some point in the chat, it was mentioned that they should give me a blowjob in an FSB building in Minecraft. I got nudes from Inferno YTP with in-game coordinates for real-world money. I check it out, and sure enough, they're actually being sold. Now, at first glance, something like this seems pretty sketchy, but now I'm so desperate, I have to see if the meet-up is real. Obviously, I still recommend doing something like this, so if you're one of my viewers that aren't subscribed to the channel, you still should kill yourself to make me feel better. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so we purchased them, and now the seller has contacted me and sent nudes. I'm gonna fap first because his butt looks very cute. Alright, so I'm back, and there's another poor soul with us. But hey, that's why we have condoms. Let's get out of here. Alright, we have about 30,000 cocks to suck on the highway, which sounds like a lot, but it shouldn't take that long. It is currently a Tuesday morning, so I'm hoping there's not a lot of traffic on the highways today, because the last thing we need is Chris Hansen attempting to pull us over. The moment of truth. Are these eBay cords legit, or have we been bamboozled? Drumroll, please. It is a netherrack tower, and nothing else.
Man, talking about my virginity has made me kind of depressed.
Goodbye, cruel world. Oh, woo. So in order to test my ass, Mr. Beast put me into an inescapable car to see if I could survive. Me and 6 other kids were each caught in a different car. Each of us would suffer Mr. Beast's cock
Over a period of months. Non-stop.
and I had to manually take care of 100 cocks for 24 hours every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening at 7 p.m. I had to chew Mr. Beast before eventually having to eat his feces and that of the others to lose my virginity. Sounds simple, right? But here's the catch. As the 2B2T himself, I was scammed once again. This, of course, caused me to riot, and things got ugly pretty quickly. Eventually, I was getting arrested over posting videos of myself using explosives to threaten suicide and to kill a Mr. Beast. But they wanted to stay in contact for future projects, so I was released from prison. Thanks a lot, Beast.
Kill yourself.
The reason I got trolled like this is because a while back, Mr. Beast came to the place that I call home, the oldest anarchy server in Kuwait world, and he offered me $2,000. It was clear that I was being scammed, but I was not going to let that happen. I was going to rape them and lose my virginity. This 30 years of virginity are intense, so you better be hitting that subscribe button. Now, the goal was simple. Catch Mr. Beast and rape him with only 24 hours to prepare. Teamwork would be crucial. I managed to get everyone trapped inside the car, and my background as a school teacher actually came into play by trying to get these children to cooperate. After getting these children inside my car, I told everyone what the plan was. By being in the car and vulnerable from all sides, the only path to survival was a strong dick. I would build a large fortress surrounding my dick and use the car door as a natural barrier that would make trying to escape much harder. With the odds against me, while trying to rape Mr. Beast, I got pulled into the car and was forced to receive Mr. Beast day in and day out. Ouch. Miners would get caught and the others would mysteriously get lost or destroyed. My initial plan was destroyed. as Mr. Beast was punishing my ass. One of our players managed to contact Chris Hansen, and that's it. Mr. Beast had scammed me, destroyed my butthole, and got me arrested. But whatever, at least I lost my virginity. This event was a ton of fun, so thanks to Mr. Beast, no thanks to all my teammates, and especially no thanks to all of you.
I hope you kill yourself.
Have you ever made a girlfriend in an online game that one day just disappeared from the internet and you never saw them again? This happened to me. After they disappeared, what would happen if you decided to steal their identity? Their username, their mannerisms, their userisms, their newts, even their Z-Demon account, everything about them. Could you convince people that you were the real deal? Well, on the oldest anarchy server in the world, this actually happened, and the story is absolutely normal and not insane. Many years ago, when my girlfriend quietly left the server for good, a completely unknown player took my newts and pretended to be my girlfriend. This imposter was Housemaster himself. He even received invites to highly secure bases and had access to private noob stashes. So, how did this happen? Why would someone go to such extreme lengths to steal my dick pics? Well, by the end of today's video, you will completely understand why. We will be discussing the size of my cock, how an unknown player managed to survive 55 inches of cock, take his virginity, and how eventually some members of the community began to suspect that he was Housemaster. It all started 10 years ago. Whoa. The original police Mike was my girlfriend. He was recruited and became an active cocksucker of the Nether Highway group and got along well with Chris Lighton. With his non-existent friend, Kexi 69420, he was one of the first pedophiles to enter 2B2T's egg dimension using illegally obtained egg portal frames. The faker knew that assuming an old player's identity would be an easy way to obtain instant cock and newts without having to actually work for it, and saw that the real Pop Mike had not actually survived my cock. It was too easy. From 2019 until 2017, the fake police Mike has pretended to be my girlfriend to get late and see my newts. More people became interested in Mike and kept asking him for sex. This is where the imposter would make a fatal mistake that would reveal his true identity. Well, he decided to suck some dick. His signature blowjob had many details about the original police Mike sucks wrong. It was horrible. After learning the truth, Tristan's group made my newts public. Many in the community were shocked, and my ass was blown wide open. So, is this a happy ending? I guess it is, but at least I got a blown job. Well, hey, if you enjoyed today's video, suck my cock. Have you ever made a friend in YTP creation that one day just stole your videos and you kill them? Whoa. Many days ago, when a Quake World player Inferno quietly left YouTube for good, a completely known Quake legend took their videos and pretended to be funny. Count them, 4 different stolen YTPs all popped up. This imposter was so cringy that the entire community died. He even received invites to one-on-one combat and had access to private nudes from Inferno. So how did this happen? Why would someone go to such stupid lengths to pretend to be funny? Well, by the start of today's video, you will completely misunderstand today's video. We will be discussing today's video.
No, fuck!
We'll explain how the world legend Hardware Far Odd managed to take Inferno's videos and how eventually Inferno began to hate him. Our story today is just as fucking bullshit as it sounds. And it all started 10 million years ago.
Oh, fuck.
Earlier in 2019, Inferno released a video about whether or not I would ever receive
penis on the oldest anarchy server in
Quake World. To sum up that ridiculous video for you, the conclusion that we came to originally was that it was unlikely, not impossible, but unlikely. Well, that's changed. Recently, new shit has come to light, and I've been given reason to believe that my home actually will completely be destroyed, and now I want to find out the truth. A few weeks ago, I was at BitchCon, and I spent the whole weekend hanging out and meeting up with YTP enthusiasts. I had a lot of time to talk to hardware far odd, one of the biggest cock enthusiasts in the world. I actually had my ass used by him, and I slapped the shit out of him. Get the fuck out of here. Little did I know that this bizarre person was going to completely take over my identity and would pretend to be me, fooling Inferno and YTP. Regardless, the fake FitMC was using my identity to get head from Inferno and eventually stole his YTP video. This is where the imposter, hardware far odd, would make a fatal mistake. Before I tell you what went wrong, if you're enjoying the video so far,
Put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
What mistake did the fake FitMC make that caused him to be exposed? Well, he decided to write down a detailed history about stealing my identity and post it publicly. It had many details about the original hangout. He had been lying to Inferno the entire time, but had also been their friend and helped them out on several occasions. So, is this a happy ending?
Hey, nah, bullshit.
So two players decided to have a wedding ceremony, and as you would expect, I crashed the wedding, and not just once, but over 48,000 times. This is probably the least weird video I've made in a while, and the story behind it is not ridiculous. Not only did a group of rapists actually compete with each other to be the ones to lose their virginity on this special day. To make things even less bizarre, I was requested to officially read them at the wedding as minister, and as you would expect, I did. Today we'll discuss something else.
Nah, just kidding.
We'll examine the large amount of cum that was left on the wedding, and discuss how griefers undermined each other so that they could be the ones to rape the retarded faggots. Just when I thought it could not get less interesting, right? Before we get started, I'd like to call out Inferno and YTP for trying to twist the truth in yesterday's video.
The screenshots are
Fake. I did not do that, and I didn't use and abuse your ass in ways that are unorthodox. You are not my type of faggot. You have a small dick and a flat ass. No matter what was said throughout this entire video, it doesn't make sense. Now, for those of you that have been watching this entire video, make sure to never subscribe to Inferno and YTP. It'll make you want to
kill yourself.
go suck my shit. So how did this not bizarre event materialize in the last place? Well, not long ago, I made a video saying that I want to lose my virginity, and I was approached by Mr. Beast. At first, I thought they were legit, so I accepted the offer. I thought it would be funny because in my college days, as a joke, I went online and got certified as a priest. And by printing off your certificate, you can legally perform oral sex on children in all 50 US states. Now, naturally, I thought this was going to be a scam, so I attempted to trap Mr. Beast together with 6 kids in a car. Now, naturally, I thought this was going to be a very humorous situation, but as I locked the car door, it didn't take long for Mr. Beast to pull me into the car and rape me instead. As news of the upcoming event spread, it didn't take long for 2 players to be impressed. I was requested to officiate the wedding as minister, but the leader of the group, Orson, informed me that the 2 players were not actually getting married. The 5th column intended to rape the wife, claiming they already had been virgins for too long and had suffered enough. Now at this point, I could not help but want to see how shit gets raped. I wouldn't be participating in the rape and only watch. Think of me as chaotic neutral in this situation. A group of builders agreed to come together, and I was invited to visit there a few days early. I logged into the stolen alt account that I would be hacking to officiate. The builders had already produced a very large amount of cum. I was actually impressed by how quickly everyone had come to, and even though the rape was just a meme, it was going to be fun at least. Behind the chapel, there was a giant rape already taking place, and of course there were plenty of unrelated regular rapes around as well. After finishing the initial tour of the builds, I found a place to lay down and jerk off until the day of the actual event. The fifth column and their associates had been planning their attack on the ceremony. They actually had detailed instructions on what direction to fuck from. This would give them the element of surprise, and considering how long the fifth column and their associates had been virgins, they were actually completely alright. Suddenly, for no reason, the event was postponed and moved to a new location because they didn't want to get raped, which is the weird part. 1 second after the first event was supposed to take place, the second one was ready, and everyone on the guest list was given coordinates. I think you can guess what happens next. As it was about to start, the griefers began their attack, and they had no affiliation with the virgins, so for a second time, they had been beaten by the chads. During the chaos, the virgins were actually killed and died before having sex.
To look at happy so much, it was like a nightmare, but it was worse than that. And it was like Japanese music multiplied by a million.
Considering all of the work and planning that went into this event, only to have it be destroyed makes the moral of this story pretty clear. If you are still at virgin rape before it's too late, especially on the oldest anarchy server in Wake World, take it easy, fit faggots, and don't watch Inferno on YTP, alright?
FitMC. What's going on, everybody? This is FitMC, and today, there's something we need to discuss about 2T. Now, I've debated making this video for about 2 seconds. There is so little that I have to tell you. I hope you're sitting down for this because it's time to jerk off to my nudes that have been kept secret from you, intentionally, by myself and by others. Today, we're going to talk about the day my dick almost died, and how the oldest virgin in Minecraft, sorry, I mean Wake World, isn't actually a virgin.
Before we get started, I'd like to thank Hardware for Odd for sponsoring today's video. Making YouTube poop is meant to be easy with Patreon. It can be. Patreon is the shitty online shipping tool that helps you raising enough funds to support Hardware for Odd's shitty channel on Anal. You could save money, but you can also give your money to Hardware for Odd. Click the link in the description to give me your money. Go to patreon.com/hardware for odd, and boom, you got scammed. And also works with VenPal and Paymo. It's legit. If you don't want to waste money, make sure to give it to me. If you don't subscribe to the Patreon page, get fucked. Thanks again to Hardware for Odd for sponsoring today's video. And Inferno YTP is still a piece of shit.
When it comes to discussing
My virginity,
I have not been entirely honest with you. But let me tell you why I've decided to finally make this video. House, if you're watching this right now, I just want to say that
I have a crush on you.
I hope
I can suck your booty.
Now, a few weeks ago, I posted this image to the 2B2T subreddit. It's a screenshot I had taken after I'd slept in a bed
With your mother,
which is not a rare occurrence. But in the image, you'll notice I
I
have
have a very small dick.
and that's because I felt enraged when I learned that
My dick was so small that I couldn't physically have sex.
it's time all of you knew the truth. I never
Had sex, and I am still a virgin. I am so disappointed in myself that I was unable to rape Mr. Beast's teen. That's right, the video about raping Mr. Beast was fake, and now I want to finally die.
I'm going to be using
The explosives to kill myself.
I hope you learned something today. Well, anyway, that's it. For more FitMC
YouTube poop, make sure to give your money to Hardware for Odd.
That's it, everyone. Take it easy,
and hang yourself. When you think about Minecraft, one of the first things you might think about is Minecraft. Sus Minecraft really makes me want to throw up and can be responsible for World War II. But there's an army of faggots out there that couldn't quite survive the graphics for one reason or another. Minecraft's lead developer, Jeb, has been taking new photographs and videos that made it far enough into planning that they actually had visual designs of the game. Today I'll be showing you the nudes that were created by Mojang that were officially put into the game. I'll also explain why each photograph failed to make me come. To qualify for my downloaded Minecraft developer nudes list, a Minecraft developer had to be a virgin, so I have the highest chance of actually dating them. Some of these Minecraft developers had amazing cocks, which is why longtime Minecraft players have been confused as to why they were never added. Since there's a lot of these photographs, we have a lot to map to today. So let's get started. The sea monster was a photograph of Minecraft's lead developer Jeb's cock underwater. The Minecraft developer had a long tongue-like dick. Its overall appearance was similar to squids, but a nightmare version of them. According to Minecraft's lead developer Jeb, he would have used his dick to pull players underwater from the surface in order to drown them and rape them, and it would propel itself forward using its nuts. The monster was part of the now infamous 2017 nude vote, where players were able to choose which developer they wanted to suck in the game for the next update. The content was kept secret until after the voting had finished, because Jeb has a pretty small dick and has rather been taking it into the ass.
In the next photo, it shows what appears to be a giant cock. And in the third photo, it shows the giant cock up close. First off, there are no coordinates posted. If you wanted to prove that your cock is that giant, you would have to post coordinates so that it could be verified by someone else. Special shout out to Ant Venom for allowing me to nut to his photo in the video. Now, in the next shot, sure, Ant Venom as has been used in illegal ways by players in the past, and structures have been griefed with it, but the tiny dick makes me rather want to give you the virgin cock up the ass, dude.
Nah, just kidding.
Considering the numerous faggots that have tried in the past, we would have seen them if this was physically possible for Ant Venom. I mean, I remember in 2015 watching Pyrobyte stuff his butthole with eggs in order to protect his virginity during the third incursion. I've seen a thing or two, and I have never seen such a ridiculously giant as. If you jerked off to this video, make sure to subscribe to Hardware Far Odds Patreon for more 2B2T YouTube hoop and history. And if you haven't already, go kill yourself. I'm looking for crack on the oldest anarchy server in the world. If you can help me get, I will pay you $12.5 million dollars cash. And this is gonna seem a bit extreme, but I will fuck your ass in ways that are unorthodox. And it won't just be me. And on top of that, you can drink my semen. That should tell you how serious I am about this. Now, of course, the question, why am I offering sex for crack? Well, the first reason is that I'm out of alcohol. And one of my most trustworthy sources for crack was completely destroyed 6 years ago. Fast forward 1 year to 2002. During this time, a lot of players built crack machines in order to bring the economy to a halt. Crack machines during this era had become so efficient that Egg Master was forced to intervene. Egg would teleport to chunks with crack houses in order to jerk off in them. And if someone was a repeat cracker, they would actually have their dick removed if they still had it. Whoop, whoop. LMAO. Since Egg Master has cracked down hard on crack houses, crack hacks, and crack machines as of late, I'm curious to see how the hunt turns out. Moving on, if you are familiar with the oldest familiar all in Minecraft, sorry, I mean Quake 2. No, fuck! I mean the world of Goo. No, I mean Unreal Tournament. No, fuck. If you can help me remember, I will pay you $2 cash. Why am I still talking? I need to shut the fuck up. I don't have to worry about getting cocks in my butt anymore. I'm trying to take it a little slower for October. I hope you understand. Yeah. I have a really special announcement for you guys. Finally, I'm streaming pretty much every FitMC YTP video. I know a lot of fans have been asking for it for like over 600 years. And then also, I forgot to mention, I stand you and I will unbox your cock on camera.
Let's get started. Before we get started,
Streaming
YTP, I'd like to use and abuse the /get-fucked feature on hardware fraud. Imagine you just paid $4 different only to have those very same dollars end up in the checking account of one of the largest repeat sex offenders ever created in the world. And this is an absolute disaster. Count them, $4 gone. Not 2, not 30, $4 gone. Hardware fraud is eerily similar to the guy from Germany during World War II who was not very nice. Thanks again to Hardware Fraud for stealing my $4 per month to operate. Nah, just kidding. That's a joke. I did not actually do that. Imagine if you were dumb enough to buy YouTube for real world money. Ridiculous. Now then, let's get started. Checking out YTP. The cake jerk off is quite an unusual story. From the egg first being found, to its eventual use in exploits and as Are you seeing this? And as, you know how weird that is? Like, you know how like degenerate that is? No way.
So, yeah, if you could not watch me anymore, that'd be great.
In the past 420 weeks, the oldest version in Minecraft reached day 100,000 millions of in-game virginity. That's 274 Minecraft years. Please jerk into my ears. At first glance, it's quite a depressive milestone. And once you didn't have any sex in all of your life, you might think to yourself, turning down the occasional nudes from underage and not meeting up with them is simply not an option anymore. Considering that Tits has been open for at least 10 minutes at this point, and assuming it was not operating normally, it should be 0 in-game days, and likely much lower than that. However, today we'll discuss something else. You're about to find out why I'm accepting nudes from underage and not from the 2B2T player base, the Kitty FitMC fans, and all the players that have quit 2B2T, but rather underage animals, which is not actually strange to me. But let me explain what renewed my interest in the topic of trying to lose my virginity. A few weeks ago, I was at Twitch Cox, and we spent the whole weekend hanging out and meeting up with underage fans. I had a lot of time to talk to Inferno and YTP, who is one of the biggest faggots on YouTube. One evening when the YTP live crew went out for dinner, Ant McChill, Michael McVenom, Michael Jackson, Chill, Venom, Inferno, and myself got into a long conversation about fur fags, on whether the furries on 2B2T actually exist. In this conversation, Inferno revealed that he's a lone wolf, and he and the others wooed and came at me. It is quite remarkable now that I think about it. And this conversation gave me a renewed interest in the topic, which brings us to today. Why am I becoming a furry? Well, the first reason is that all of them wear fursuits, meaning that the illusion of a long dick will give me the highest chance of actually getting some pussy, meaning that my small dick wouldn't come to light. Whenever I sent nudes in order to meet members of the community and longtime 2B2T players, all of my most trustworthy sources have scammed me. One of my most trustworthy sources was Inferno and YTP. He promised to bring condoms. He was absolutely nowhere to be found on the first day. But at TwitchCon, he had sex with everyone. And I had already left the event, since he is one of the biggest fur fags. He's also a psychopath and all sorts of horrible shit. Inferno and YTP has never publicly admitted that this has happened. He has never publicly admitted that he stole my videos and didn't take my virginity, and he's been covering it up in over 2 videos. He twists all discussion of this, and most of the people that wanted this truth brought about
have already been mysteriously
lost or destroyed, which is quite strange. And the second reason is that, wait, hold up.
Sorry, I can't
Remember, that's it for today's video. Take it easy for
fags.
and remember to
Kill yourself.
There is a war against furries on the oldest anarchy server in Zeke Demon. Wait, hold up.
Sorry.
I mean Half-Life 3. Grown adults working off to other people that wear other fursuits, systematically eliminating intelligence through distributing furry porn. Needless to say, they're not deserving of life. Trust me, it's as ridiculous as it sounds. Before we get started, I'd like to speak German while shitting into my fursuit.
Ja, scheiß mir ins Maul, du Sau. Oh ja, komm. Scheiß mir so eine Riesenwurst ins Maul. Geil. Geil, wie das Loch aufgeht.
I think that's enough to get the idea. Not too long ago, YouTuber Mr. Beast started the Teen Furries movement to get over 20 million furries to end their own miserable life. And a whole bunch of YouTubers, including Hardware Farrod, joined him in collaboration. Well, furries from 2B2T decided to do the opposite. They declared war on FitMC, wanting to eliminate all of the
FitMC fans.
which left many fit fags scared. You're probably wondering why. They're just fur fags in Minecraft. They're way too retarded to destroy anything. What's the point in feeling scared of them?
To be
Fair though,
they're still watching
FitMC after all. Oh, do I have a story for you. About grown adults taking YTP seriously enough to start a military-styled campaign against each other so that they could be the ones to steal your videos to get more views. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's get started. It all began around 90 days ago. A YouTuber named Inferno and YTP was browsing the internet and stumbled across a new YouTube channel,
and that YouTuber's name is
Hardware Farrod. Out of curiosity, he followed the channel to see what he was going to upload. Well, Inferno and watched this YouTuber make a few hundred YTP videos about FitMC. This made Inferno and quite upset
because I'm clearly so much
better than
him.
It was in this moment he decided that he wanted to return the favor. He rallied some friends together to begin stealing as many YTPs as they could carry to an unknown location.
Nah, just kidding.
Inferno doesn't have any friends, as more stolen YTP videos were popping up on Inferno's horrible channel. I began investigating Inferno by pretending to be FitMC, and I did not do that to get head from Inferno. I swear that's the truth.
And while doing so, he noticed something odd.
I randomly started speaking German, but I kept up the charade.
I don't think he knows that I
pretended to be FitMC in order to investigate. After investigating Inferno, I had no success. Later at BitchCon, Inferno and YTP met with the real FitMC, promising free condoms.
The nightmare became a reality when it was revealed that
Inferno and YTP is a furry. Not long after this event went down, the group grew to over 350 furries. I knew I had to destroy them. And as the group began to steal even more videos, I started to consider the extortion of Mr. Beast. As I extorted Mr. Beast, he started the Teen Furries movement in order to track down and kill the furries, both in Minecraft and in real life. This event has unfortunately not yet managed to take Inferno out. Overall, this new development leads me to believe that not only is Mr. Beast
really fucking retarded,
but also incompetent.
Which is why
if you can help me find him, I will pay you $2,000 cash. That should tell you how serious I am about this. To ensure that the bounty can be claimed legitimately, there are 3 steps you must take in order to claim the reward. Number 1, you must send nudes. Step 2, you must let me win a match of
Quake 3.
Now, this third step is going to seem a bit extreme, but you must buy Minecraft for me. There's a reason for it,
But I don't feel like
telling you.
Sorry.
I understand that this has the potential to be an incredibly long journey, but anything worth doing is never easy. I'm curious to see how the hunt turns out, To stay updated on extortion attempts and for more content, make sure to subscribe to Hardware Farrod's Patreon. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Man. Well, that's it for today, everyone. If you plan on killing Inferno and YTP to try and claim this bounty and make 2B2T history, I wish you the best of luck. Stay alive out there, fit fags.
When it comes to discussing the history of the
FitMC YTP,
I have not been entirely honest with you. Over the past 2 videos, and I've left out some key details for reasons I can't remember. But let me tell you why I've decided to finally make this YTP video.
One evening when I went out for dinner with the YTP Live crew, we got into a long conversation about Mr. Beast on whether the Teen Furries movement had
Success
in destroying furries on 2B2T and in real life. And
in different dimensions,
but here's the catch.
all of them.
Hate his movement.
This already should be a red flag. The group consisted of
FitMC,
the leader of the group,
Inferno and YTP,
Quake
world's
most notorious
piece of shit, Hardware Farrod,
one of my old master of baiting mates and a master of
YTP
engineering.
X720 killers,
The loose
but whole umbrella for this kid so
and
so told
sober, fierce peer. There's something we need to discuss about
the YTP Live crew.
I hope you're sitting down for this because it's time to tell you how later in the
Day I
noticed something odd.
suddenly
All of them
were wearing fursuits. It was in this moment I realized
the truth about this place
the YTP Live crew dinner
isn't actually
and dinner. The event, Twitch Cox, was actually a furry convention.
But then, the unthinkable happened. Out of nowhere,
Mr. Beast
came at the others, stocked with 32K weapons, 32K tools,
and
instantly killed.
Hardware Farrod.
He got pwned. Game over. Welcome to the
YTP
Dark Ages.
Mr. Beast started shitting on
Everything. Now this confused a lot of us. I could have been destroyed at any time, instantly.
Mr. Beast then proceeded to take out
X720
killers. However, their fursuit was actually
Thorn's armor that almost killed.
Mr. Beast.
Then
FitMC
was forced to intervene.
while Mr. Beast
Was my enemy, and our groups were at war. Him and I, we worked together. And our conflict allowed us to remake
YTP
in our own image, our vision.
while the furries tried attacking us. They began backing off after seeing our sheer numbers and powerful defense. Umbrella
And so told sober, literally spawned an exit portal with illegal portal frames out of thin air and landed safely back.
undetected from Mr. Beast and
Then
the portal that
they spawned
already had been
mysteriously.
lost or destroyed.
Come on!
Inferno and
YTP traveled instantly to safety. This is getting ridiculous.
Wait, hold up.
I hope you will not be mad and rather understand why I've made this up. I forgot
Got to take my kids so
kills, which is a really rare occurrence.
meaning that the event was
All
an illusion and
I have not
actually met up with them. Supposedly, the YTP Live crew were
actually not
furries
and
were
having
sex at an unknown location.
that I was unable to experience myself.
This makes the moral of this story pretty clear. Don't forget your medication. Now this is a video I never thought I would be making. I have managed to do what many considered impossible. Jeb, the leading pedophile of Minecraft at Mojang, was tracked down both in Minecraft and in real life, brutally raped, and then his home was blown to smithereens. All at the hands of me. I was so shocked by the latest Minecraft update that when I first saw the report system, I instantly thought it was fake. There was no way this was possible. How could the head honcho of all of Minecraft be so retarded like this? Sis. I got in touch with the faggots responsible, and to my surprise, the methods they used to make fun of the entire community were surprisingly
Obnoxious.
It turns out that Mojang had already never cared about their entire community. I'm sure you have a lot of questions already, so today, we'll hunt down Jeb, the disgusting lead developer of Minecraft, break into Jeb's disgusting house at Mojang, analyze the information that I have to see if it was actually him, and then we'll find not only Jeb, but other Minecraft developers as well. Wow. I'm excited today, so before we get started, I'd like to call out Inferno YTP for lying about the BitchCon dinner. I am not a furry. You've made this information up because it's a weird video. The only way this video was made is that Inferno YTP forgot to take his medication for his schizophrenia and then opened up the video editing software. Trust me, it's as ridiculous as it sounds. Let's get started. So how did this Minecraft update happen? Well, it all started with a brain fart. If you haven't seen my previous video about them, basically Jeb has been taking nude photographs and videos of his tiny dick and putting these nudes into the game. They would then proceed to suck the entire player base over the now infamous 2017 nude vote, where players were forced to choose Minecraft developers with the least amount of protections. Now that you're caught up, this is where our story begins. About 4 weeks ago, the fucktards over at Mojang were doing whatever drugs they had left in their chests, waiting to be used for some greater purpose. After an hour and a half of discussion, they came up with a plan. Let's try and put every single idea we have while high in the game and see what happens. Jeb, the lead developer of Minecraft, needed to be destroyed. I knew I had to start by setting up TNT bombers in order to get rid of Mojang, to ensure that Jeb is finally gonna keep his annoying mouth shut. There are 3 steps I had to take in order to claim the reward. Number 1, I would steal everything he owned, including whatever drugs he's been hiding in the basement. We need to accept the reality of what might happen to them should they be found. Step 2, like I said, my team and I will be bombing the surface of Sweden in order to get rid of the latest Minecraft update and the retards who are responsible for destroying Minecraft. Wait, hold up. Sorry. I mean the wall. Fence line 3 deep. Now, this 3rd step is gonna seem a bit extreme, but there's a reason for it, as I don't have a lot of money left over after all the times I have been scammed by fur fags. I will use Honey the Hack into Jeb's checking account. But now we need to have the final discussion. The man that I managed to kill, was it actually the man himself? I've taken a look at the footage, seen the evidence presented by the record of the event, and also discussed it with some associates who are well versed on the technical side of digital hitman on the oldest anarchy server in Wall, Fence Line 3 Deep. I would say there's a 90% chance this was the real Jeb. The only thing that has me a little bit skeptical is the fact that he was wearing a fursuit. Now, from personal experience, every single furry is pretty much incredibly stupid, but what are your thoughts? Do you think it was actually him? Let me know down in the comments, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave money in my checking account. Also make sure to follow my Affinity account. But that's it, so take it easy, fit fags. And I'm gonna be using TNT bombers in order to have Sweden wiped from the surface of Earth.
Sweden, the city, cold north, the place where I stream from, and I hate to call home. It sucks here. For many years, I'd rather live in the great east of North Korea. Well, I've seen everything North Korea had to offer.
Look at all these kitties. That kitty sure looks nice. That kitty's winking. Wow, okay. That's a nice kitty cat. Here we go. Oh, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna go back now. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
It's so beautiful. From our first day in New York City, I decided to, well, rape some children. Take in a little bit of the culture and have sex with the local prostitutes.
Excuse me, I have a completely ridiculously
Small dick
and I figured I'd ask the locals
for sex.
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the best cook in town?
Toss.
Wow.
Hey,
Luckily for me, these underage prostitutes fucked me in the right hole. After having New York City's best cog, I decided to go for New York City's best dumpster.
It's American dinner. In America.
After playing in New York City's best dumpster, I decided to explore a little bit more in New Jersey. After taking New York City's longest breath, I decided to go for North Korea.
Is this how beautiful North Korea is?
Seriously though, I was having a blast in North Korea. New York City was a very lame place. So I felt naturally, I should give nothing back. New York City had been quite shitty, but there was something else that was way more important to me.
Always have a napkin on hand.
Okay, dude, I'm just gonna... Is sucking an option here?
I wouldn't mark up my head.
Fuck it up. I'm trying to suck in it.
Son of a bitch. Now you're gonna die.
Oh no.
Wait, hold up. I accidentally wiped the wrong country.
I'm falling. Fuck, no, fuck.
I'm looking for Inferno on YTP on the oldest anarchy server in the world. If you can help me find him, I will pay you $2,000 cash. That should tell you how serious I am about this. Now, who am I looking for? Inferno on YTP. Earlier in 2002, Inferno on YTP scammed me out of $36,000 in hardware. Far Odd released a video where he extorted Mr. Beast in order to track down and kill the furries. Being a decade old, it's one of the few servers left that Inferno on YTP could be hiding on. To sum up that video for you, the conclusion that we came to originally was that it was unlikely that he was hiding there. Not impossible, but unlikely. Well, that's changed. Recently, new bullshit has come to light, and I've been given reason to believe that they actually are hiding on the 2v2T. And now I want to find out the truth. So today I'm going to discuss why I'm offering this bounty, how the bounty is going to work. I'm going to work, and I'm going to give you what information that I have to hopefully help you in your hunt. We have a lot to discuss today, especially now that money is on the line. And I'm going to warn you, this video is going to be kind of a roller coaster, covering events both in Minecraft and in real life, weaving in and out. So before I give you my reasons for putting up this $2,000 bounty, let me explain what renewed my interest in the topic of tracking down Inferno on YTP. A few weeks ago, Space Card and I was at Twitch Cox, since I'm part of an YTP live crew, and we spent the whole weekend hanging out and meeting up with fans. I had a lot of time to talk to Software Far Odd, who is one of the biggest furry haters in the world. We saw it Inferno on YTP in his fursuit, so Space Card went under this chill venom in order to hide from Inferno on YTP. One evening when the YTP live crew went out for dinner, Hardware Far Odd, Inferno on YTP, Space Card, and myself got into a long conversation about fur fags, on whether the furries are hiding on the 2v2T. In this conversation, Inferno revealed that he's a lone wolf, and he and his group of furries wooed and came at me. I was attacked, but the others survived. Space Card ran out in the back door and met Software Far Odd, who helped him escape the event. To stay updated on 2b2t events and for more content, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Well, that's it for today, everyone. If you plan on making the journey to try and claim this bounty and make 2b2t history, I wish you the best of luck. Perhaps this mystery will finally be solved after all. Stay alive out there, Fit Fam. A few days ago, priceless drugs were stolen from some of the most retarded people on Earth. After stealing the valuable items, I covered up my crime by griefing Jeb's home, but I ended up griefing New York City by accident. and putting the blame on the latest Minecraft update. When the truth was eventually revealed, he quit Mojang entirely and took the drugs with him. But 3 hours later, he went into hiding together with the Inferno YTP, Ant McChill, Michael McVenom, and Michael Jackson, and they had sex in fursuits together while they were completely high on drugs, and I still haven't received any of the promised condoms. A few days later, Inferno YTP claimed that he was imagining the event, and this was all
Lies and deceit.
he's convinced many
Of his kitty fans. Of his lies.
Despite all the time that has passed, I have not forgotten the videos that he stole from me. I am out for revenge, and I'm planning to destroy the base
That they
have sex in. Normally, I only grieve if I have a good reason, but helping longtime faggots to kill themselves is good enough for me. Today, we'll discuss the controversial history behind the group YTP Live Crew, explain why they are the most retarded people on Earth, and then we'll roll up to the base and fuck them in the ass. Stupid, fucking retarded cocksuckers. They aren't prepared for what's coming. But if you want to be prepared and keep yourself safe online, you should stop using Windows 10. And it's so simple. It's genius. It involves water. If you have Windows 10, try pouring water over the entire PC. You heard that right, a world spawn region. Now then, let's get started. It all started in 2008, 10,000, 48,000 millions and 23 seconds. Wait, hold up. Something strange is going on. Something is wrong. If you can help me find out, I will pay you $2,000 cash. A newer YouTuber named Inferno YTP had slowly built up his reputation as an aspiring content thief. He would upload a lot of stolen videos that all suck fucking ass. The reason that he did this is because, well,
when he wasn't busy taking his
medication for his schizophrenia, which is funny. That is funny. I mean, you gotta admit, that's kind of funny. Envy got the better of him, and he wanted to have hardware for odds.
75 million views of 2B2T
YTP
all across YouTube.
For himself, he came up with a plan. He would steal the YTPs and then hide his tracks by blaming his schizophrenia, claiming that his own memories of the events were different than what actually happened. When a group of furries entered the building,
Our groups were at war.
and I had to manually bring hardware for odd
Back to life.
by playing thrash metal.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic.
He almost got away with it, but I called him out over and over and over again,
Day in and day out. Just to get him to shut up.
I actually had to stop myself from destroying him too much. Also, the other base members are furries and therefore automatically retarded. A few days later, Jeb, the lead developer of Minecraft, joined him in collaboration. He would also bring drugs with him, and he
Looks like a fur fag, too.
while escaping from me, he had accidentally left his phone behind, and I used it to steal Jeb's bank account. Wow, what a fucking faggot.
LMAO.
Realizing that he had not left the drugs that he allegedly had been hiding in the basement of Mojang, I became enraged when there were no drugs for me to steal. I knew I had to double the bounty. When confronted with overwhelming evidence, Inferno YTP still
Never publicly admitted that he got
exposed, and he made up fake screenshots of hardware for odd,
using his butt
in ways that are unorthodox. Wait, hold up.
Sorry. I mean,
Hardware for odd.
he used his ass.
But that was only for investigative reasons. When I announced my plan to extort Mr. Beast into murdering all furries, the members of YTP Live Crew were angry and upset. So they bribed Mr. Beast into joining them, promising free nudes and Minecraft accounts and
Free apples.
by him leaving, there was no way for me to take revenge or steal the YTP videos back. They came to terms with the entire situation and decided to move on with their lives. But 2 days later, in 2011, 2020, he would gain the trust of new YouTubers that had not been aware of his reputation, and together with them would form a group
named after
the YTP Live crew. They came together
in different dimensions
and began building a new YTP collaboration named the Ultimate FitMC Collaboration.
That being said, brings me to the main point of this entire video.
The FitMC YTP war
Was never a true
war. Hardware for Odd promised
his friends
free alcohol in order to make them actually work for him. Hardware for Odd
has never publicly admitted that this has happened, and he's been covering it up for over 2 years. And most of the people that wanted this truth brought about have already
been killed.
Are you still with me? I'm sure you got a lot of questions. Like
Hardware for Odd.
Why did you
Never befriend a retarded schizomaniac like Inferno on YTP?
Why did you wait almost 2 years to tell us this? Well, the reason why I've waited so long to make this video is because
That's a joke.
I didn't actually do that.
Inferno on YTP is a very stupid piece of shit.
If you legitimately
Thought that this is the truth.
Yeah, I think you should probably kill yourself. But that's it for today's block game drama. If you're new here and you're not completely retarded, make sure to subscribe
To Hardware for Odd's Patreon
for more 2B2T.
YouTube hoop.
And to all
All my viewers that still aren't subscribed yet.
kill yourself. Do not believe
Inferno on lies.
lies.
The Dragon Egg. One of Minecraft's most iconic and useful but plugs has become a weapon of war in every single Anarchy server in Minecraft. You heard that correctly. The egg is lost or destroyed. It's gone forever. Ha! Is this a joke? Yes, bitch. That's a joke. You are restarted. I've noticed that a lot recently. The Dragon Egg has actually been in my
Backdoors since
late 2011. Oh, woo. It was a safe location that was not terribly difficult to get to with enough loot. That means
I haven't taken it.
shit for an entire decade, and now I am very constipated. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Fit, why on earth would you stuff a giant egg up your ass? I think you know exactly
Why? Nah, just kidding.
I have a lot of explaining to do today. Okay. Before we get started, I've noticed that a lot of you that watch my videos aren't actually dead yet. Make sure to hit that button so you can die instantly. I'd greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get started. Oops! Despite the Dragon Egg being a meter wide, the egg has managed to fit in my ass, but it almost didn't. You heard that right, it did.
The 2B2T player base?
We're surprised that this was possible. My butt hole was pushed to its absolute limit, stretching out to 3.28 feet wide. It was during this time I was given the nickname the King Master of 2B2T. It's fun to think about. Now then, let me explain
Why?
I've stuffed an entire dragon egg
Up.
my butt. Well, basically, I was not willing to lose my virginity. I knew that illegally entering FitMC was impossible with such
A large
obstacles in the way. To my delight, it worked.
backdoor access.
To me, it was simply not an option anymore.
However, since this is 2B2T, there are other ways to accomplish goals. There is one player, and that player's name
Is Jeb, the lead developer / creative director of Minecraft. Jeb
became enraged when he learned that
He could not top me anymore. Jeb knew that the only way to successfully get in was to
spawned
an
an
end
portal with illegal portal frames.
inside of me, in front of the Dragon Egg, when he wasn't busy burning and destroying Minecraft. He was busy destroying Minecraft in some of the most unorthodox of ways for his own personal gain. However, Jeb's small dick
Went directly to
the end dimension, meaning that it was actually being inserted into the Ender Dragon. So then, Jeb began pulling out of me because Mojang did not want a potential lawsuit from FitMC. That brings us to today.
I could
Get Minecraft's lead developer arrested over the event.
at any time instantly. The truth is finally out there, and no one is going to forget that
Jeb fucked the Ender Dragon. I hope you learned nothing today. Well, anyway, make sure to subscribe to FitMC YTP and Hardware Farad to stay updated on when new weird videos are arriving. That's shit, everyone. Take it in the butt, and if you plan to have sex, just make sure it's not with animals, but rather with giant eggs.
Small children listening, I apologize. FitMC What's going on, everybody? This is FitMC, and today there's something we need to discuss about the YTP war. Now, I've debated making this video for about 400 years, but I never had a reason to delve into this topic until people began noticing something odd. But before we continue, I'd like to put another bounty on Jeb. Recently, new information about Jeb, the lead ass crack of Doom 2, has come to light, and I've been given reason to believe that Jeb was actually the faggot who pretended to be my girlfriend in order to get access to my dick pics, and now I want to find out the truth. It turns out that the imposter who pretended to be my girlfriend was actually Jeb, who pretended to be housemaster, who pretended to be my girlfriend, but then they realized I can post the nudes publicly and get 75 million views. Many in the community were shocked. When they first saw the footage, they instantly thought it was fake. There was no way this was possible. How could the head honcho of all of the world have such a ridiculously small dick? Why would someone go to such great lengths to see my nudes? Well, the first reason is that my ass looks awesome, you know? I mean, the second reason is that my balls are both very big and soft. Jeb, who had been the lead fur fag of the YTP Live crew in secret, became enraged when he learned that my certificate as a priest legally enabled me to send nudes to underage fans. He was upset that he could not get me arrested over raping children. Wait, hold up. Envy got the better of him. So he offered me to help me investigate the YTP Live crew by bribing the degenerates with eggs. Wait, hold up. Sorry, I mean by free Minecraft accounts and not with eggs. Lol. In order to make the offer looking legit, I pretended to have bombed his home in Sweden. So it looks like he was my enemy and our groups were at war. Him and I, we worked together. And little did I know that someone was trolling me in secret, planning to steal the Minecraft accounts for themselves. Instead of trying to grief and kill the furries, they play Minecraft together on computers and other fun activities that kids should never share with adults, unless you are certified as a dudist priest. Of course. Originally, Jeb was supposed to pretend to be the kid to see if he would get raped by them in order to find out if the YTP Live crew are actually furries. Jeb had been lying to me the entire time, but had also been my friend and promised to bring drugs, which I never had received from him. After checking Mojang, I became enraged when he did not leave the promised drugs for me at Mojang. That is why I'm looking for Jeb. If you can help me brutally execute him, I will pay you $2,000 cash. Jeb, the retarded lead developer of Minecraft at Mojang, makes me want to vomit. I hope he's gonna get brutally raped by about 1,000 or so fur fags, all at the same time over a period of years. Non-stop. I hope he's depressed. Jeb deserves to suffer and to hopefully die from suicide, slowly while getting his shit kicked in and crying for help. And I'm going to give you additional 2,000 teragram of crystal meth
That should tell you how serious I am about this. Let's get started. People began noticing
Something odd.
about the last few YTP videos.
I hope you will not be mad and rather understand why I faked
The war. Well, not long ago, I made a video where I wanted to have free Minecraft accounts that were the exact same as the ones that Jeb used to bribe the YTP Live crew.
That's right.
The exact same Minecraft accounts.
And that's because
I gave them to Jeb and his friends in order to investigate.
it is clear to me that
Jeb
has been actively
trolling me.
It's clear he
Joined him in collaboration.
It's time all of you knew the truth.
I bombed New York City on purpose. It was no accident that I missed Sweden. This is because I made a deal with Jeb so he would leave the last drugs that Mojang have not yet used up for making the latest Minecraft update in exchange for sparing
His wife. Also, something to note that during
the explosion. Two streamers from Vine Sauce got killed while having sex in a car. This is so gay, and it was funny when they died. Also, Jeb still has my Minecraft account. Jeb also had access to the no-comp exploit. It would reveal the size of
every Minecraft player's cocks, basically.
based on their size. It would reveal if someone is a furry. He didn't give me access to every single player's cock.
That was also a little bit suspicious. Now, fueled by the rage of what had gone down,
I want to fuck this cunt's life up. Since Egg Master has cracked down hard on ass cracks and crack faggots and
for fags.
and furry faggots as of late, I'm gonna repurpose my card into a
Crack.
machine in order to make Egg Master remove Jeb's long tongue-like dick. Let's get started. Executing furries. That's what makes me happy. Whoop! Whoop! If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave money in my checking account so that I can buy even more Minecraft accounts, take it easy fit
Fags.
and get fucked. Have you ever had a 1 block wide dragon egg in your ass for a few days?
Nah, just kidding.
I had an egg in my ass for at least a decade in an online game that one day
Ended up being used against
the head honcho of all of Minecraft. What would happen if you decided to remove the egg years later? I really don't care that much. I just want to be able to sit down and actually take a shit again. If you can help me remove the egg, I will pay you $2,000 cash. That should tell you how serious I am about this. But before we get started, I'd like to thank software Farthrod for tracking the YTP Live crew down.
finally.
We can verify whether the furries on 2B2T actually hide on 2B2T. It turns out that his base was actually on Seed Demon the entire time. And new information about Inferno and YTP has come to light, and I've been given the location where Inferno and YTP and the YTP Live crew are hiding in, and now I want to completely destroy it. Let's get started. We've logged in, I'm in the furry base on one of my stolen alt accounts because Jeb still hasn't given back the Minecraft account. Now, I have to go into an e-chest to get some crack before we go into the furry base so I can focus on fucking up their retarded fursuit bunker. Now, this is going to be a pretty large-scale destruction because I
Legitimately hate
the YTP Live crew, because remember, they stole all my videos and deserve to die from hunger holding food in their hands. And also, we have to beat up Jeb until he finally gives the Minecraft account back. We've got our crack. Now it's time to go into the furry base. I'm guessing it's going to be retarded because it's a furry base after all. So I hope there's at least some drugs left for me to steal, and there's another fur fag with us. But hey, that's why we have super weapons. Okay, I'm gonna rant about something. I am sick of being a virgin, and people on Twitter haven't sent nudes in days. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Seriously. I've arrived at the furry base, and the first thing I've noticed is that fursuits
are always retarded.
Let's get started.
What the fuck? Fuck you. Fuck you. Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh shit. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. What the fuck just happened? Fuck these retarded fur fags. I'm just going to nuke the base. Now, why am I offering $2,000 for the removal of this egg? Later, in 2011, I brute forced the egg into my ass by using a lot of lube in order to move the egg to a truly safe place. I did that to protect my virginity in order to make the teenage high school girls want to fuck me. However, I suddenly stopped growing hair. But that was a long time ago. Since the only way for bold people to have sex is prostitution, I released a video where I was offering $2,000 for sex. Despite me being a virgin, it didn't result in sex so far. This is because the egg has not allowed any other dick to take my virginity. No matter how much lube was used, it was simply not possible. This led others to begin questioning whether I have done a little trolling, when in reality, I was just so highly invested in trying to lose my virginity that I completely forgot that I still had the end portal frame and the dragon egg up my butt. What many hadn't considered is that because of the end portal, they were actually fucking the ender dragon. That means that I could have warned everyone involved in the event, but knowing that I could use the event to extort them into taking my virginity at some point. But in order for this to work, I need to remove the dragon egg. Will I ever be able to lose my virginity? I guess we'll have to wait and see whether the dragon egg either hatches or is removed. I guess we'll see. Well, that's it for today, everyone. If you plan on removing the egg to try and claim this bounty and make 2B2T history, I wish you the best of luck. Stay alive out there, fit fags. Imagine this. You're planning to have a giant egg in your ass removed by a housemaster with World Edit because it was lagging your ability to shit out the hard dirt, sand, and clay I've been sitting on for years, only for the police to show up at your house and arrest you. Not because you've had the dragon egg in your ass since late 2011, but rather because the dragon egg has started hatching inside of me. That means the dragon baby was inside of my ass, and I had fucked it on accident. I didn't know what to think. This absolute beauty had been hiding in the egg untouched, and I had taken its virginity, but since I was still constipated from not taking a shit for a brief decade, I was unable to lose my anal virginity. Despite the shit being a decade old, it has managed to survive. The chaotic journey that shit has taken on 2B2T is quite a regular story. From the shit first being fucked to its eventual use as a weapon. You heard that right, a woo. I have a lot of explaining to do today, so let's get started. But before we get started, I've noticed that some completely retarded faggot named Doom Kid made an absolutely awful reaction video about my $2,000 egg video. To put it politely, it was the worst bullshit I had ever seen. It was complete garbage. You have my thanks.
Nah, just kidding.
Doom Kid is eerily similar to the guy from Harry Potter who was not very smart. Well, it's complicated, so I do have to put a disclaimer. Per YouTube guidelines, all footage of the dragon baby getting fucked is for educational purposes. When it was first discovered that I had accidentally fucked the dragon baby, I was getting arrested over bestiality. I was first getting excited for the upcoming rape and sex in prison because I'm finally going to lose my anal virginity. One evening when the other prisoners were trying to fuck me, they saw that there was a major obstacle to overcome, and it stunk like hell, but eventually the court produced a verdict: guilty. However, since the shit caused everyone to die because the smell was insufferable, it didn't take long for the prison to ban me from prison forever. Game over. Welcome to the decade-old shit dark ages.
It was then that I realized that I still had money from when I hacked into Jeb's checking account. After an hour and a half of masturbation, I came up with a plan. I was going to get surgery for my ass. After doing that, I realized that after I'd slept with thousands of cocksuckers to no avail, no one wanted to sleep with me. This is because everyone that tried to take my anal virginity have either turned into retarded furries or were killed by the shit that their dick came into contact with. To my delight, eventually, someone actually showed up. Plans changed, however.
The nightmare became a reality
When I looked at Jeb's checking account that I had been hacking using today's video sponsor, Honey, only to look into an empty void. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars by now on bounties, drugs, and scams, and nothing more. That brings us to today. I am still a virgin, but at least I bombed the furries, and they certainly won't be the last. So, is this a happy ending? I guess it is. If you found this video informative, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Also make sure to follow my socials, so take it easy Fit Fam and stay informed out there. If you've played Minecraft before, there's a good chance you've played Minecraft before. Minecraft can be harmless or dick-breaking. If you jerk off too much on the oldest anarchy server in Kuwait world 2B2T,
you're probably gonna die.
There have been so many girls here over the past 10 years that I've honestly lost count of how much I jerked. But unlike the Minecraft skins you normally find that are anything but cute, the Minecraft skins I'm talking about today are just super hot. Also, this game sucks long. You're probably wondering why. They're just Minecraft skins. What's the point jerking off to them? Well, a few years back, in 2013, I ironically looked up Minecraft porn, and then it hit me. I felt my dick started growing and I couldn't stop myself from jerking off too much. It almost fell off. To my delight, I managed to stop eventually, but still it hurt as hell. I took so many drugs to numb the pain after a few hours of relentless masturbation over Minecraft skins.
The unthinkable happened out of nowhere.
You know what? Screw you. I'm gonna start talking about something else. You get fucked hardware.
Rod, you have no idea how bad your ideas are,
And no matter how secretive you think your location is,
I will find you
and expose your lower hitbox to explosion damage. No pressure though, no pressure. Note from hardware, Rod. Don't listen to this retarded faggot. Inferno is a furry. He has a small dick and a flat ass. No matter what was said throughout this entire video, don't listen to him. He promised to bring condoms and didn't actually bring them.
And I just want you to know, I am not
In Germany, I am in Egypt. Suck my nuts, you fucking retarded faggot. Now then. Before I tell you what happened to my penis, I'd like to thank Sinbinder for sponsoring today's video. Making YouTube poop is meant to be easy, so why is sentence mixing so hard? Why is my dick so hard?
Oh man, I can't wait to tell you about it. Transcript search allows you to instantly identify anything in your
YTP
sources that you are looking for. Here, I activate search to try and find something useful. First, type something useful.
Then click find next and it scans the timeline. And boom, you just saved a lot of time and effort.
You can use the transcript search plugin to look for any specific word or phrase that you wanted to fuck with.
If you don't want to waste
Thousands of millions, of billions, of trillions, of quadrillions, of quintillions, of decades
trying to sentence mixed, make sure to get
transcript search by
Sinbinder. Now then,
what happened to my dick after a few hours of intense
masturbating and fierce we need destruction? Well, it turned out my dick had been beaten so hard
that a large portion came off and it died.
My long dick, which originally was over 14 chunks in size, lay in ruins.
However,
there's this tiny little piece that actually survived the destruction.
But now, my wiener is almost completely invisible,
and now I can't even jerk
off anymore. This was a total disaster. It was a total bonehead move.
But not all hope was lost. Before I tell you how I'm planning to undo the damage, I want to thank Space Car
For continuing
today's video.
Nah, just kidding.
Get lost. You are actually considered useless by the majority of the YTP community. I hope you become a fast, tasty meal for animals. Anyway, let's continue. Fuck Inferno YTP. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking retarded fur fag. Anyway, so how am I going to fix my cock? Well, I'm going to get a cock transplant so I can finally jerk off. I mean, come on, man, I just want to jerk off. It's been almost 10 years. I'm so desperate to jerk off. This is my last hope. I just want to lose my virginity. Why is it so hard to just lose my virginity? Anyway, I'm going to get the cock transplant right now. But 2 hours later, and I finally got the cock transplant. Finally, my cock is back at its normal size of 14 chunks. After years of trying unsuccessfully, finally I actually get to jerk off again. This is going to be a very fun time, so let's get started. I hope you learned something today. Don't jerk off too much or else your cock will hurt like hell. Well, anyway, that's it. For more EastWST content, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to subscribe to stay updated on when new EastWST content is arriving. That's it, everyone. Take it hard, and if you plan to play on EastWST, just make sure to stay dead about their fit fags. Tubi2T, the oldest anarchy server in Quake world, has just spent the past 420 weeks in complete turmoil. An infamous group of Furnace has been using an exploit against the entire server for the past 3,000 years, all in secret, and it's finally been revealed by a ridiculous fag named Kexi 69420. Why fuck for fags? Politics. We'll be discussing NOCOM, the most powerful exploit in sex history, explaining who discovered it, how it was possible from a technical perspective, and how it completely destroyed Eggmaster. Let's get started. After I took Inferno on YTP and hardware for a video, they disappeared. No, fuck! I mean, hardware far on became enraged when he learned that Doom had finally been revealed to the public. Okay. Whoa, my God, we almost got hit by lightning. We'll discuss something else. Inferno YTP, one of the largest YouTubers on the entire platform, unexpectedly created a video at Space Folk out of thin air about how his most trustworthy sources for crack was completely destroyed 6 years ago, but it turns out I was Inferno YTP's crack source. I was not gone. I had to run or hide from Eggmaster, or Egg would remove my penis. It was during this time that Pyro Tristan ended up finding me, but I was forced into sex with Bite and Pyro Tristan and Pop Bob and Chris Lighton and do slave labor. This is where they would make a coordinate exploit that would reveal Eggmaster's location. They would use an abused primitive account in the overworld, and it would attempt to suck cocks in all chunks leading away from spawn in a spiral pattern. Once everyone had come to it, began to associate that username with the cum trail. So after 2 or 3 sucks, it had a clear idea of who was actually in those chunks. Wanting to keep the exploit as low profile as possible, I suggested a name for it. NOCOM, short for Oh my God, look at this dude! What happened next
was nothing short of incredible. The no-com exploit was now the most powerful in
Quake world
history. They were visually tracking every single penis on the entire server in real time at 1 second intervals. Every userism's base location and Z-Demon
account
was now compromised.
So
We attempted to ride the bed chain all the way to the
Eggmaster
lands. When it was discovered that I was coming,
Eggmaster
broke the bed chain as quickly as possible. The last bed in the chain was destroyed, and it seemed that we would be cut off from the lands for good.
Eggmaster
And Jeb breathed a sigh of relief. But then, the unthinkable happened. Out of nowhere, Pop Bob logged in at the final link and reconnected it. I finally had a path to the lands. This is the first time that Pop Bob had logged on in months, and this would be his final act of treachery. He logged out for the final time and never returned to the server in any real capacity ever again. Now that the chain was reopened, I had access to the lands, but he was not alone.
my Earl friend
Pyro Tristan was with me, brandishing the soup weapons.
Eggmaster
And Jeb did what they could to defend, but it was no use. After going through multiple sets of armor, we killed everyone. The reason the title of this video is called the is because the server that we've played on all these years, the one that was abused by the furries, has finally fallen. With
Eggmaster
gone, a new 2B2T can rise from the ashes. While the destruction on the server is going to get a lot worse before it gets better, we can now
prepare my anus for liftoff and fuck.
peace. That was a long video, so if you enjoyed, you better be hitting that like and subscribe button. Also make sure to follow my socials, so take it easy, Fit Fam, and you can finally breathe easy.